In one of our previous videos, we built a trading bot using one of the most powerful indicators we have ever tested, showing you every secret and trick from PineScript. But today we are going one step further. That bot worked well, but it had one big problem. It didn't avoid ranging periods. It took every signal even when the market had no momentum. And as you might expect, that's a recipe for losing trades. So what's the solution? In one word, volume. In this video, we'll upgrade our bot by adding a volume indicator and test how it impacts our performance. You will learn how volume indicators work, how to use them in PineScript, and which one actually improves the strategy. My name is ATP and let's get started. For those of you who watched our previous tutorial, you'll remember that we built a brand new PineScript strategy using our custom purple cloud indicator, which, by the way, is still the top performer in our testing series. That indicator gives us clean buy and sell signals directly on the chart, and in that video we also coded fully automated stop losses and take profits. If you don't remember or maybe you missed it, I've left the link in the description. And so today we'll continue our work. We are going to upgrade the same strategy by adding one of the most important and often overlooked elements in trading, a volume indicator. In simple terms, volume tells us how much is being traded at any given time. It shows the level of activity behind price moves. Think of it like this: when price is going up but volume is low, there is not much conviction. That move could be weak or even fake. But when both price and volume are rising, that's a sign of strength. Volume indicators help us detect that hidden force in the market. They don't predict direction by themselves, but they tell us if there is enough power behind the signal to make it worth taking. And that's exactly why they are so useful in trading bots. If we can filter out low volume setups, we can avoid many of the fake breakouts and choppy trades and focus only on the moves that actually have potential. There are dozens of volume indicators out there, some basic, some very advanced, but today I will show you 3 of my favorites that work great with algorithmic strategies. The first volume indicator we are going to test is the volume oscillator, and the good news is that it's built directly into TradingView. Here's how it works. The volume oscillator compares 2 moving averages of volume, one fast and one slow, and shows the percentage difference between them. When the fast average is higher than the slow one, the oscillator is positive, which means volume is increasing and momentum is picking up. When it's negative, volume is fading. It's a simple but effective way to measure volume, and in our case, we are going to use it as follows. We'll only allow trades when the oscillator is above 0, meaning that short-term volume is stronger than usual. Let's now head over to the PineScript editor and I will show you how to add this volume filter to our existing bot. So at the top we have the purple cloud code, which handles the entry signals, followed by the logic for our stop losses and take profits, which define our exits. So far, that's all we have implemented. What we need to do now is create a dedicated space where we'll insert the code for our volume indicator. To keep the code clean, I'm going to add it right after the purple cloud section. Let's start by adding a comment block, double slashes, and I will write volume indicator. Next, I will open the volume oscillator's PineScript source code, which is available by default, and copy the entire code. It's written in version 6 of PineScript, just like our strategy, so everything will be consistent. Now I will paste that code into our script right here. Then I'm going to remove the plot statements because in my experience TradingView can't render histogram style plots and strategy markers on the same script very well, at least not consistently. I will also group the inputs of this volume indicator using the group function. I will label it volume, so that in the strategy's input menu, each group of inputs is clearly separated. First the purple cloud, then volume, and then risk management. Now let's define the volume condition we want to use. As I explained earlier, when the volume oscillator is above 0, it means volume is increasing, which is exactly the confirmation we are looking for. So I will create a new condition and name it volume condition, and I will set it to true when the oscillator value is greater than 0. This way we know that the market has enough activity to justify a trade, whether it's long or short. Now let's plug this into our entry logic. Currently we only check for the purple cloud signals. What we want is to combine that with our volume condition. So in the line where we define the long condition, we will add and volume condition, like this, and I will do the exact same thing for the short condition. Once I save the script and update the chart, I can already see that the bot is now only taking entries when both the purple cloud gives a signal and the volume oscillator is above 0. This simple filter should already help eliminate low quality trades and improve the overall consistency of the strategy. Just to give you a quick idea of how much this volume can help, I run a version of the strategy without any volume condition, applied to the AUD-NZD pair on the 1 hour time frame. The results? A win rate close to 33% and a profit factor under 1 after more than 500 trades. Now let's take a look at the version with a volume oscillator. The win rate jumps to 40.5% and the strategy generates fewer trades but with a significantly better profit factor and more consistency. So even with just one small change, adding a simple volume filter, we are already seeing a clear performance improvement. And now you might be thinking, can we do even better? Let's find out by testing a second volume-based indicator, and this one is actually more popular in the trading community. I'm talking about the Average Directional Index, or ADX. While it's usually seen as a strength indicator, it comes from price and volume data and can be really effective at filtering out weak market conditions. The rule of thumb is, when the ADX value is above 20, it usually means the market is trending, either up or down. If it is below 20, the market is considered to be in a sideways phase. Let's now test the ADX and see how it performs in our strategy. First, I will open the ADX source code, which is also available by default inside TradingView. Again, it's written in PineScript version 6. So it's fully consistent with our strategy. Now I will go back to our strategy file and I will replace the volume oscillator code with the ADX logic. I will paste the code right into the same place, and once again I'll remove the plot statement. To keep things clean, I will also add a group label to the ADX inputs, so they appear nicely in the strategy input menu. Now let's define our volume condition. As I told you earlier, when the ADX value is above 20, it usually means the market is trending. In the code, the ADX value is stored in a variable called seek. So we'll create our new condition like this: seek above 20. After saving and refreshing the strategy, we can see that it's now working correctly. Trades are only triggered when the ADX is above 20. But now let's look at the performance. With the ADX volume active, applied again to the AUD-NZD on the 1 hour chart, the win rate improves to close to 39%, which is better than the base version, but still slightly lower than the 40.5% we got with the volume oscillator. So yes, it's an improvement, but not the best result so far. And that brings us to our third and final test, and this one is a bit more advanced. It's called the Waddah explosion, and while the name might sound dramatic, it's actually a brilliant tool for detecting powerful breakouts backed by volume. Just so you know, there are several versions of this indicator out there, both free and paid. For this video, I'm using a free custom script by this developer right here, which you can find directly on TradingView by searching Waddah explosion v2. This version gives us everything we need: the histogram that measures momentum, and the explosion line that acts as a dynamic threshold. When the histogram breaks above the explosion line, it means the volume and momentum are both increasing, and that's exactly what we want. Now, since this is a custom script, it may not be written in the latest version of PineScript, and in this case it isn't, it is the version 2, which won't work if we simply copy and paste it into our strategy. So instead of rewriting it from scratch, I have already updated this script to version 6. If you want, you can access the updated code for free in my Discord, the link is in the description. Once inside, go to the free materials channel and there you will find the Waddah Attar explosion version 6 ready to use. Now let's copy that updated version and add back to our PineScript strategy. We'll replace the previous volume filter, in this case the ADX section, by pasting the Waddah Attar code in its place. As usual, I will remove the plot lines and I will also group the inputs using group equal volume, just like we did before. Now it's time to set up our volume condition, and this one is a little more complex than the others, because the Waddah Attar explosion combines both momentum and volume, and we want to make sure that both align before allowing a trade. So here's what we are going to do. For a long trade, we want to check two things. First, the histogram bar needs to be green, meaning bullish momentum, and second, that green bar needs to be above the explosion line, meaning strong volume. For a short trade, it's the opposite. The histogram needs to be red, meaning bearish momentum, and that red bar needs to be also above the explosion line. In the script, those two values are typically named trend up and trend down for the histogram and E1 for the explosion line. So the conditions will look something like this. Volume long condition equals trend up greater than E1, and volume short condition equals trend down greater than E1. Once these are defined, we will simply plug them into our entry logic, just like this. After saving and updating the chart, we now have a bot that only enters trades when the purple cloud gives a signal and the Waddah Attar explosion confirms strong momentum with high volume. However, as you can see, even with this volume active, the bot is still taking some fake signals. So what can we do? Simple, we adjust the indicator's inputs. Let's go to the settings menu, open the input tab for the volume indicator, in this case the Waddah Attar explosion, and change a few things. For this test, I'm going to use the following values: sensitivity at 70, fast EMA at 30, slow EMA at 40, and Bollinger Band's length at 25, and then click on OK. As you can see, the bot now filters out several weak signals. And here's the exciting part. With these optimized settings, the win rate jumps to over 41% and the profit factor even outperforms what we got with the volume oscillator, making this version our best one so far. So what can we take from this? Volume matters, and even a basic filter can drastically improve your trading bot's performance. But more importantly, different volume indicators work differently on each market. Today we tested 3 volume indicators, but you can apply the exact same approach to any other indicator you want to test. Now, if you are serious about testing different indicators and finding what truly works, I built a tool exactly for that. The Indicators Testing Bot lets you test any strategy using over 90 indicators, with support for custom filters, exits, session rules, and more, all automated. It's what I use behind the scenes to run these backtests in minutes instead of hours. You will find the full description and the free user guide on my website. If you want to try it out, the link is in the description. And that's it. I hope this video helped you understand how to improve your strategies using volume, and if it did, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe, and let me know in the comments which type of indicator you want me to add to this trading bot. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye bye.